This is Doombox, and today is a very special day. Today is the launch of Guild Wars Reforged. So today I just want to jump in and just experience some of the hype, maybe make a new character, demonstrate some of what the game has to offer for some potential new players, and just go from there. This is the first official Guild Wars 1 game launch that I've been a part of since back in 2007 when Eye of the North came out and I had to beg my mom to take me to GameStop after school. While this technically is just a refresh for an already existing game, this is really an exciting day because if you've been reading around on Reddit, on social media, on the comments on my last video, people are hyped for this. New players are interested in the game. People that haven't touched the game in like 15 years are interested in coming back to the game. Nostalgia is strong. There's a reason why old school RuneScape and classic WoW are super popular games. Guild Wars was right up there with RuneScape and WoW back in the day, and it's about time that this game gets the recognition it deserves and a proper team to take care of it. And that's what Reforged is. I am now expecting to log in and see packed districts, packed towns and outposts, missions that allow you to actually group up with real players for the first time in years. And that is really awesome. I just got word that it's officially live, so let's jump right in and check that out. All right, it's downloading an update. That's a rare sight these days. Come on, ArenaNet. Whoa, looks like we got a new loading screen here. That's pretty cool. I'm a little bit sad that the old one's gone. I'm gonna miss that. It's the end of an era, but this new one is pretty cool too. I gotta say, I really like this art. The new logo, I'm still not fully sold on, but I understand the need for a change. But all right, still downloading. Looks like this is a pretty juicy update. Yes, I would like you to make changes. What if I said no and the video just ended right here? And we're in. There's the new logo up top. It's still gonna take me a minute to get used to that, but that's okay. What am I doing sitting around? Okay, let's go ahead and log in. Oh, we got a new user agreement. Yes. Hopefully I didn't just agree to like donate my kidney or something. Okay, and as I mentioned in my last video, if you have an existing Guild Wars account, you still get to keep all your characters. It's not like we have to start over, but for the purposes of this video, I am going to create a new character because what better place to celebrate the launch of Reforged than Pre-Searing? I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be coming back who haven't played for a while, and there's going to be a lot of new players, and that is going to be the place to be. It's a super nostalgic place for former players, and it's also just like a super comfy, cozy zone for new people. So yeah. If you're a new player, I would recommend doing a role-playing character first. Obviously, PvP only is PvP only. I've been getting a lot of questions about what campaign should you start with if you're a new player. I'm going to briefly go over what I think would be the best choice. So if you want to go in order, start with Prophecies. It's the oldest first campaign. It's probably the clunkiest in terms of gameplay, but it's still pretty decent for a 20-plus-year-old game. If you're like a try-hard sweaty and you want to get to max level as fast as possible, go with Factions. If you like don't care about story and you're just like, I want to level up as fast as I can, Factions is your best bet. If you want Heroes, which is like a companion that can follow you around, you can set builds on your heroes, and it's pretty optimal for basically everything in the game. Start with Nightfall. But it doesn't really matter because ultimately you're going to be playing through all of them at some point when you create a new character. So the safe choice is start with Prophecies. Then of course you get to pick your profession. I'm not going to go super in-depth, but Warrior is like your basic warrior from most games. Ranger is your archer type character. Monk is your healer. There is a damage dealing aspect to monks, but they're primarily healers. Necromancer is like a dark mage. They can summon minions, do blood magic, that sort of stuff. Mesmer is kind of a unique spellcaster. Think like Skyrim illusion magic. You can do interrupts, you can confuse your foe. And then Elementalist is like your standard mage. You can use fire magic, water magic, earth, air, all that good stuff. I have to go warrior. My first character was a warrior, and that's just kind of my thing. I'm known as the warrior guy. My playthrough when I did a fresh account in Prophecies a couple years back, I made a warrior. That's just me, homie. I'm a warrior at heart. What can I say? The most important choice of all, male or female, I'm gonna pick female because I gotta keep the perverts interested for this video. I'm wondering if they added any new like customization options. I don't think so off the top of my head, just from what I can see. But once again, for a 20-year-old game, the graphics are pretty decent. And then the armor choices that you get later on, there's some really cool armors that you can get. I'm not gonna spend too much time here. I think I'm just gonna leave that because, yeah, I'm gonna hide that. Not to be crass, but that helmet makes it look like she has a peepee on her head or something. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to brown, because that's like the default. Like originally when you made a warrior back in the day, it had that like default stock brown color. Character name. I feel like I have to do something that is like super like 2005, super like Guild Wars 1 at heart. So XIX Warrior IX. Warrior spelled incorrectly on purpose. Dang, that's taking forever to load. I'm getting like the true 2005 dial-up experience right now. It's really giving me some nostalgia. How did that helmet get back on? Hide that son of a gun. Oh my goodness. 12 districts in Pre-Searing Ascalon. I have not seen something like that in forever. That is a really cool sight. Can we get into District 1? Is that possible? Didn't think so. It was worth a shot. All right, after much spamming, I made it into District 2. That's good enough for me. Wow, that's a lot of people. This is really cool. I have not seen Pre-Searing this crowded in forever. And there's an ArenaNet developer here, it looks like. That's cool. Maybe I should ask him for free ectos. I feel like a kid again. Look at this. This is just really cool. All right, we got to grab our first quest. Getting distracted here. Sir Titus. What a guy. Whoa, look at that. Okay, here's our first, like, look at that new quest tracking system they were talking about. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it looks like it kind of just puts the quest objective, like, on screen here. All right, I see people talking about the controller. I'm going to have to try that later. Very interested to see what that's like. Okay, I'm just taking a look at some of the new options. Here's some of the graphics stuff they were talking about. Looks like we got HD Bloom, SSAO, draw distance. That's older. High-res texture models, sweet. I feel like some of this stuff is new, but I could be wrong. I don't like exactly have the options menu like memorized. Man, I like don't want to leave. It's just like fun being here, seeing all the people chilling out. I'm gonna have to check out some of the other towns on my like main character after this, but just to get like a rush of nostalgia and maybe like whet the palate of some potential new players, let's just run out and do the first couple quests just to get that rush of nostalgia. All right, XIX Warrior Ixie. That's just too good, man. I gotta say, this is pretty cool. I like this. You don't have to like leave your quest log awkwardly open on the side of your screen anymore. It kind of just tells you what to do. That's perfect for all the low attention span Gen Z TikTokers that are going to be playing this game now. Me, as a seasoned veteran player, already know this quest by heart. Trust me, guys. Dude, Spiked Axe already got an upgrade right out of the gate. Now, I could be wrong, but I feel like that quest icon is like ever so slightly upgraded. It's just like a little bit like crisper or something. All right, we got Frenzy, the best skill in the game. That's never leaving my bar. Just wait till I get Mending and I'll really be unstoppable. So one interesting thing about Guild Wars that is a little bit different from MMOs of that day is the town and outpost system. So right now I'm in an instance because I left Ascalon City, the town, to go into this explorable area. When you're out in an explorable area, it's your own little instance and you can bring a party with you. So each town kind of acts as like the hub where you can group up with people and later on you can get NPCs to join your party and stuff. And now is a better time than ever to be playing because there's a lot of people that are trying this game for the first time and returning. So a lot of the missions, I'm assuming, are going to be able to be done with like full parties of real players, which is a really, really cool thought. This game is totally playable solo, like you can get heroes and henchmen to follow you around, but it really is a different and better experience, in my opinion, to play with people. So now is the time to do it if that's something that you're looking for. All right, here's Devona. This is the character that is now on the new loading screen for those who were paying attention. Unsettling rumors. Gotta go speak with Merrick the Scribe in Ashford Abbey, which is another iconic location in Pre-Searing. I mean, there's a reason that people love this area so much. This is one of the most iconic starter zones in video games, period. It's just such a cozy, comfy little town. The fact that there are people who decide to stay in Pre-Searing forever, it just kind of has its own little community, its own little economy. It's just an all-around cool thing. Dang, Ashford Abbey is like bumping right now. Look at this. Like, for people who haven't regularly been playing Guild Wars, like, this is an unbelievable sight. You would enter an outpost in Guild Wars 1, and there would be, like, 1, maybe 2 people there. This place is utterly packed right now. I mean, just look at the mini-map. There's, like, blue dots everywhere. This feels like... This is what it felt like when the game first came out. This is a really, really cool experience. I'm just going to grab every quest while I'm here. Why not? And this quest actually highlights one of the other really cool aspects of Guild Wars, is the dual profession system. So this quest is called a Monk's Mission. Obviously, I picked Warrior. But in Pre-Searing, you have the option of getting a second profession, which allows you to have skills on your bar as Warrior and also as a Monk. So you can mix and match your skills from multiple professions at once, which is quite cool. The Catacombs. So this is like kind of the main dungeon area in Pre-Searing, which is pretty cool. This is a mission that allows you to train as a monk. So the objective is to keep this guy alive. We're given a healing spell here, which is not ideal to use as a warrior because you only have 20 energy. But back in the day, people would play warrior/monk all the time. They called it a whammo. People had this idea of it being like a paladin type character. There was like the fantasy of being this like holy warrior, and it was a little bit of a meme, but also it was like honestly Giga Chad behavior. If you were a whammo, you were one of the cool people. Interestingly, my first warrior, like Doombox himself, was a warrior/necro, which was like a super weird combination. I had this idea in my head that I was going to use the touch skills, like Vampiric Touch and Vampiric Bite, etc., as a warrior, because I'm already up there up close. But I didn't take into account the fact that Vampiric Touch is like, I think it's a 15 energy skill, which is not ideal to use on a warrior. Nevertheless, it was a cool idea, and that's what I love about this game, is you can like run terrible builds if you feel like it, and it's fun. The possibilities are kind of endless with what you can do, and because Guild Wars is a old game, people have kind of solved the optimal way to do things, but that doesn't mean you can't just like have fun and come up with a really weird like spirit bomber minion explosion build or something like that. And if you want to be a touch using warrior/necro, the freedom is there for you to do it, which is why I love in this game you can rearrange your skills and mix and match whatever you want. In Guild Wars 2, you're kind of like locked down with what you can use, but in this game you can truly have the freedom to do whatever you want, and it's the way it should be, honestly. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna live that whammo life. So there we go, warrior/monk. I have a second profession, officially. We're up to 14 districts in Ascalon City right now. That is wild. And this is District 13 that I'm in right now, and it's packed. Like, look at how many people, and I'm in, like, the second to last available district right now. That is something else. I can't wait to see what, like, Lion's Arch and Spomadon are like. I think that was, like, a world record Pre-Searing speedrun, but I want to do this mission just because I want to, like, see if I'm grouped with other players. I'm sure I will be. That's going to be a cool experience. I wonder if we'll have enough people to do the, like, arena at the beginning. That'll be cool to see. I will always love the dance animations in Guild Wars 1. I know Guild Wars 2 had them too, but, like, these are just so good. I love that each profession and each gender has its own, like, distinct dance. It's very, very cool. Dang, we're in. And I have one real player with me. 2 henchmen, though. But we're gonna do the arena fight. That's cool. Get a first little taste of PvP. I'm still level 1. This will be interesting. Come on, Lorf clan. What do you want, dial up? You're gonna leave me out to dry here. The fact that this person is taking so long to load makes me think that they like are either a new player or they just reinstalled the game from like years ago. They're definitely new or returning. Thankfully, this person's a level 6 monk, so I won't be a complete liability as a level 1, hopefully. Okay, so it looks like they have 2 real people as well. Level 4 Elementalist and level 5 Ranger. Yeah, I think we're screwed. I'm gonna go for the Ellie first. Cast Bane Signet. Oh my gosh. How are we like actually succeeding right now? Okay, just kidding. I did level up, though, so that's cool. Just gonna level up mid-battle real quick. You're going down, Stefan. I basically just killed myself with Frenzy, because I take double damage when that skill's active. Oh, I got him! Dude, blue team might actually win this. If I know anything about Orion Mage Henchman, it's that he likes to die over and over again, so that's why I'm focusing him. I'm hitting 2s and 3s. This is pretty comical, actually. We won! Told you I was going to carry the team. That was awesome. I haven't been able to actually do this match in forever. That was a really cool experience. Okay, so now we're in, like, the cooperative mission. Looks like we still get this quest guide, even though we're in, like, sort of a mission. This is kind of like a pseudo-mission, though, so I'm curious to see what it would look like in, like, Great Northern Wall or something like that. Get to sit and listen to some nice role play here. Gosh, I'm so much taller than this monk. Like, this monk is itty-bitty. Sweet, the monk put retribution on me. That is a pro player right there. Now I feel like I can run in and do anything. Alright, first major boss fight of the game. Batlaw Doomtooth. I honestly thought that this guy was the final boss of Guild Wars when I first played this game, but it turns out we basically just kill him right now. Spoilers. Oh gosh, taking some serious heat over here. I don't know if I could watch this cutscene. It's too traumatic for me. 20 years later, and I still have not forgiven the Char for what they did. 20-year-long grudge because of this. I can't watch. It's too much. Time jump forward 2 years. Me and Lorf Clan. We make a good team. We really dumpstered that first mission together. New build available. Wow, they're already updating the game. Maybe this update contains Utopia. Oh wow, that's a new logout screen. I know it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but it's kind of nice. Kind of cool to see something different. Dang, even Post-Searing Ascalon is like packed. Now this was truly a dead town originally, but now look at this. People are packed to the bank. I see people advertising running in the chat, guild recruitment. It really feels like we stepped back in like a time machine and we're back in like 2010 or something. All right, before I go any further with this character, I kind of want to like check out some of the other areas of the game. Let's go back to character select and just get on Doombox. The man himself, the OG. Let's check out Commodon, the poop stain of Istan. Dang, 6 districts. Like the most I've seen is like 3. Like on a really busy day, I've seen 3 districts, but we're at 6 right now. Can I get into District 1? Is that possible? Nope. Man, the game is too active. Lion's Arch is booming once again. This is like a beautiful sight to my eyes. Look at this. There's like a party going on up here. This takes me back to the days of Blade Radio. Does anyone remember that? Oh my goodness. Look at random arenas. Is PvP like back on the menu, boys? Look at this. Oh my goodness. For the first time in so long, you could actually PvP in Guild Wars. Wow, here's those new DPI scaling settings they were talking about. Wow, you can make the interface like huge. Wow, those skill icons look crisp. Look at that. I think these are much higher res, like they pulled in the high res skill icons. The fonts look good. I can't wait to try this out on my TV with a controller later. I got my controller here, and this really is the way Mike O'Brien intended. Guild Wars on the big screen. Like I said, I'm getting old. I'm a boomer now. Sometimes you just want to sit on the couch, have a chill gaming session, and now it's possible with controller support. Alright, that feels like a pretty good place to wrap up for now. If you liked the video and want more Guild Wars content, be sure to smash that like button with a Rec 9 Grawl Hammer. I'm super excited to keep playing. If you're interested in grouping up with me or my guild, feel free to check out my Discord in the description, ask somebody for a guild invite, and maybe, just maybe, our dead guild can finally be active again. Also, follow me on Twitter and Twitch and whatever else is in the description. Yeah. All right, this is Doombox signing out. Bye.